welcome back. Hey, hope your bags are packed. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? I hope you're well. I hope you've had a good day, because I've had a great day. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about how do you figure out that something is actually meant for you. Sorry guys, my hands are very dry. I'm gonna just put some right now before we continue. Sorry. I just was rubbing my hands. I was thinking, it's a bit dry in it. I do get dry hands quite frequently. Anyways, simple problem. So today we're going to be talking about how do you figure out that something is meant for you. How do you know that this thing is what I'm supposed to be doing and all that jazz. So guys, we're gonna to illustrate this example of what I'm trying to say, I'm gonna take content creation for example, right? How would you feel let's say when you're let's take my case for example. Right now, I've wanted to do content since I was 15 years old. Since basically YouTube came out, I saw this one girl in my high school year. She did a video, and ever since I have been hooked. I've been watching Patricia, I've been watching the Patron. I have the Patron stories from the beginning, Nella Rose, all these people, and I just used to daydream and dream about basically filming everywhere. And even when I used to have my camera, I used to film, but then I was always so worried about whether how people are going to react and how it's gonna come out. What if I don't ever get any views and all that stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, it does get a bit disheartening when you've put some effort into creating a content and literally no one sees it. But then the other side of that is, if it's something that's still in my head 7 years later, then you're supposed to just do it, guys. Because if you're trying to push away an idea and you keep trying to push it away, but it keeps coming back, then you might as well do it. It is not going to be great, because I can't talk to you from a great story. Guys, we're micro community here still, but at the same time, it is still important to realize that it is the act of doing it that makes you want to carry on. That makes you realize that it's something that you're supposed to do, that you should do. And I feel you also have to be logical about things, right? So you can't just be oh, I'm gonna be a content creator. I cannot even I cannot quit my job that pays me my bills, allows me to live decent life, just because I want to go now and do full-time content creating with 150 subscribers on YouTube. What am I doing? However, I've seen people that said, oh, they've quit their job and all that stuff. I don't think it's because it's not you're doing it just because you want to get the fame. But I know how it could also be a strategy to say, oh, I'm gonna do that, but at the same time, I think you need to be logical. You should still do it. I'm at work, I still make time to do my video, I still make time to continue my work and still continue to grow at my workplace, but at the same time I continue to do this. When this starts to pay me a decent amount and start to be higher than my current employment, then that's when I'm going to be able to quit. Not just oh, that's it. However, I do realize that there's also some fast track routes that you can get to get this monetized. But I believe, and this is also the main reason why I'm doing this 365 challenge, is to see myself being consistent. Because there's no point in me getting the fame. Let's say now I go on, I don't know, Love Island, and I become really famous, right? And I come out of Love Island with 10,000 100,000 subscribers. Guys, if I'm not posting consistently, no one's going to be coming back to check for me. So I want to be able to know that, listen, by the time I go on this, that and the other show to find the crowd that will come and enjoy my content, that I have narrowed my content to what I love, and also that my audience reacts positively towards, right? And yeah, so that's sort of what I feel you need to, how you can identify is that it's something that you do regardless of what people are saying or what people are doing. There's another thing that I also do that I don't care, I love singing. Music is literally medicine for me. No matter what situation I find myself in, music will always get me out of it. So, and even though growing up I was being told, no, shut up, da, da, da. Listen, I am going to sing, and you're just gonna have to buy earplugs. I'm so sorry, not sorry. But yeah, that's how you figure out that it's definitely something that you're supposed to do, but at the same time still be logical about it, guys, because bills are not going to pay themselves on passion. They're not, unless you have a different theory on that, and I've not tried any other theories, so I don't know. This has been what has worked for me for good years. So yeah. yeah, so I think it's just like, and also I feel like sometimes people forget, like, or don't realize that, you know, what you think you might want is might not be the results. That you might look at someone else's results and think that that's what you want, but you've never actually been, like, the grass is not always, the grass seems greener on the other side until you get to the other side. It might just be paint, you know. So it's just a case of grounding yourself in, like, how you feel, whether you have the thing or not, and knowing that, you know, I'm okay. Like, if I post my video today and I look back when I'm editing, there's some videos that I have like 10 views, and but I love them because I spend my time to edit them. The idea, like, it was just fun to make, and that's what it's all about. And yes, I would love this to pay me one day, but at the same time, it is what it is. We do it for the love first, okay? But yeah, guys, I think that's the way you figure out that something's meant for you. You just have to think to yourself, what is that one thing that I cannot help myself but do, or that I've always thought about doing, but I'm scared to do it because of what people are going to say, or because I've been told off in the past and all that stuff. Do it. What's the worst that can happen? If 7 years later, 10 years later, it's still in your head, like, babe, you're supposed to do it. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been short, sweet, simple, to help you guys figure out what you're supposed to be doing, and also to help you, give you a bit, I hope it's giving you a bit of motivation into, like, you know, don't be in despair, but also be logical about things. Don't do things in the haste just because you see other people doing. They know what they're counting on. You might be, if coming from a hard background, you might be coming from a family that you have nobody that you can count on. You don't have friends, you don't have family, you don't have nobody. So you can't allow you can't afford to be hasty. But then at the end of the day as well, also it's like there's certain things that you don't have a choice. Like, if you don't have a job, you're broke, you're struggling, like, guys, you're too broke to not go for it. But if you are, then you can do it smartly rather than with your heart and stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of things these days are just putting, like, oh, I'm gonna follow my passion. What if your passion is to sleep? Are you gonna do that? Is it gonna really help you? No. You gotta be logical about things as well, yeah, guys. But if it's things like dancing and stuff like that, you just gotta be balancing them. And the way that you know it's definitely yours is if it's an idea that just never seems to go away. It's like with this content creating stuff, like, for 9 years for me, it's never stopped. Like, every time I pick up my camera, it's like, I just, anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys next time, you know. And like my previous videos, yeah, what are you guys doing? Like, comment, subscribe, share, okay? And I'll see you guys next time.